Hey, what's up everybody? Rat X, the one from 72, the ultra neutral. It's unbelievable. I just posted a video about a week ago. I think it's been a week. It's been a little over a week, I'm pretty sure, about the 2017, the alien contact. And in that video, if you haven't watched it, you need to go watch it, because I show all the stuff that was connected from my contact with the Draconian and how my mind was unlocked and all the things that I've learned from that was implanted in my brain to understanding what's going on with the universe and Earth and all these things and humans and the reptilian or reptoid species itself. And I laid out all the evidence and nobody cares. Like, there's I think 30, 40 views on the one channel, and the other channel is maybe 15 views or something. Nobody cares. Nobody's paying attention. I showed how it was all connected to the Oumuamua coming from the Lyra constellation. And then I talk about the whole thing about Lyra and that constellation and all of that stuff, right? So literally an hour ago from right now, which is a week after I posted that video, I see this video pop up on my feed where there's this guy who it literally just was uploaded an hour ago, talking about the same thing. Not about 2017 coming from Lyra, but talking about somebody who, a Native American, had an experience with an alien a long time ago. I don't know how many years ago. Apparently it was a long time ago, and that alien pretty much gave him all kinds of information about everything, just laid out all the stuff. And one of the things that he says is that they came from the Lyra constellation.
And so these reptilians that came to colonize Earth, they still see Earth. They still exist. They see Earth as their planet. No?
Yes, as the original inhabitants. Yes, they think it's their planet.
But now, in the course of time, have they adapted to a new form? Are they reptilians that have basically over time transformed into humans, or do you believe reptilians are still a species that exist, for example, underground?
Yes, they're underground. What happened was there was a federation of human planets, human star systems, that decided to confront them on this planet because of what they had done in the star system Lyra, which they had destroyed 3 planets and slaughtered 50 million humans. That was the first encounter between reptilians and humans, which was many millions of years ago. As a result of that, the humans had to scatter throughout the galaxy, and some of them came here. And they settled on 2 planets. They settled on Maldek, which was the 4th planet in line, and on Mars. According to Morning Sky, the Earth at that time was a water planet. It was uninhabited. So humans lived in this solar system for quite a long time, unbothered by anybody else.
Other humans were here before the reptilians came.
The humans came to Maldek and Mars, and not to Earth, before the reptilians got here. That's right. Of course, the reptilians roamed the galaxy. They had spacefaring technology for, according to Morning Sky, they've had it for thousands and thousands of years, perhaps millions of years. And they finally got here to our system and saw that there were 2 human civilizations living here, and they decided to get rid of them.
So ultimately in this war, what was the resolution? Obviously humans are still here, so...
The resolution was that their plan was to take over the water planet that we call Earth and make it into an inhabitable planet for themselves in this solar system. What they did was they destroyed Maldek. How they destroyed it is questionable. They had the weaponry to do it. They had a so-called Death Star weaponry, which they used to destroy planets in Lyra. So some people think their Death Star came too close to Maldek and thereby made it explode. Others think they had a weapon that destroyed it. In any case, it turned into asteroid belt, which we now know. Then as they went by Mars, they stripped Mars of much of its atmosphere. So the Martians, who were then humans also, had to go underground on Mars. And then they came to Earth and they dried it out, made it susceptible to their inhabitation. Two continents emerged from the water. One we called Lemuria, the other Atlantis. And according to Morning Sky, they created the moon, which is an artificial planet. and started to inhabit the Earth. Having done what they chose to do to Maldek and Mars, they now felt unconstrained to worry about humans in this solar system. However, they were hasty in making that decision because the Federation was not pleased with this. And however, according to Morning Sky, the reptilians lived here undisturbed for about 200,000 or 300,000 years on this planet. And at that point, the Federation decided to send a race of humans here, which at that time was living in the Pleiades, who were originally from Lyra. So they had been through the Lyra desecration. They were a fierce human race and very advanced. The rest of the Federation didn't like these guys because they were troublesome. So the Federation says, we're going to send them to Earth to confront the reptilians. And that's what they did. And supposedly, that was the first human presence on this planet was on Atlantis.
I mean, guys, at this point, it doesn't even matter anymore. So be it. The war is going to happen. There's going to be civil war. Civil war is going to lead into a World War III. When World War III happens, that is when the reptoids will rise from the surface, from the inside of the Earth, come to the surface of the Earth, and the humans and the reptilians are going to fight because it's been going on for a long time. And the thing is this is not anything that I was into. It's not any of that. My life was going in a completely different direction. I try to tell you guys. And the other thing is my contact that I had was not just reptilian from this Earth, but actually a draconian. And the message is, do not get involved, to stay neutral. And my duty to the human race that's been bestowed upon me is to give you the message so that way you can stay safe. That way you can save yourself, because it's going to happen. This is going to happen. And in this video, this guy talks about how that they used a massive weapon to just eradicate everything on the crust of the Earth. And they've done this on other planets as well. That's the same thing. It came from a message that was a interview with a reptilian woman. It's almost lines up, almost identical with a lot of things that she was saying, but she didn't say anything about the Lyra constellation. And now this guy's talking about the Lyra constellations. So guys, look, I already told you many times. At this point, I don't even care, because whatever happens to you guys, it's on you, because I'm giving you the information. I'm putting it out here. Nobody's listening. Even with the evidence, that's the overwhelming evidence that I keep presenting. I keep pushing out evidence. This isn't something where I'm saying, oh, I'm having remote viewing and I'm talking to some alien in a spaceship that's flying over top and they've given me these messages. No, I'm showing you the fucking evidence, and you guys are not paying attention. You want to listen to these idiots that are out there with this whole, talking, saying without any evidence at all, saying they actually have contact with aliens because they're using remote viewing and all this and stuff. That is going to be another one of those things and I was going to do a video about that as well. That's going to be another one of those things that's going to be a false promise that's going to come to you from another species that's going to come here. And of course, the interviewer is as concerned as everybody else is, asking the same tired old question all the time, which is something that I used to think that's a good possibility, is, are reptilians, are they running our government? Are they running? Look, if you guys are too fucking stupid to turn on C-SPAN and to watch the House and to pay attention, every time the House gaggles in, you probably never even heard that word, most of you, but you seem to know all this stuff about politics, but you miss all the stuff that's important because you don't pay attention. When the House gaggles in, the very first thing that they do when they open up the floor for the Speaker of the House and before they open it up for the congressmen and everybody to speak, what is the first thing they do? They read a passage from the Bible. And in the very beginning of the Bible, what does the Bible tell you? The reptilian is bad. So how in the fuck are you going to tell me that they're running the country, this country, and they've set themselves up as the villain? That doesn't even make any freaking sense. I mean, what is wrong with you guys? Are you that stupid? You don't understand? You can't see it? Like, it's literally laid out right in front of you. just like I'm giving you all this other evidence, but it's like the humans are just so freaking stupid that they're just literally they are the sheep. Like, and the funny thing is that people who want to point and say, oh, that person's a sheep, that person's a sheep. Well, you're a sheep too, because you also are falling into some type of doctrine. You're taking on some type of side. You're on the Democratic side. You're saying that the Republicans are following Trump or whatever, and you're calling them sheep. And on the Republican side, they're looking at the Democrats and saying, you guys are all just man haters and just want everybody to be homosexuals and everything, and calling them sheep. You're all fucking sheep. All of you are, because none of you are really paying attention what's going on. Both sides are working together. I mean, how many times have we heard where a president takes off his hat, he hands it to the next president? It doesn't matter which side of the aisle on, it's always business as usual. It's always the same thing. Some policies change and freak everybody out, but it doesn't matter. It seems like it's always going in the same direction. Guys, look, I just heard a thing on just today where Biden did something and everybody was just like, oh, well, you know, Biden's taking credit for that, but Trump was actually the one who set that up. What don't you understand? You're still pointing fingers at Trump, and you're shaking your finger at Biden. They're working together. And when I said before, and I'm going to tell you this again, there are a race of humans that are here that are they're not the same as you and the rest of the humans, the masses. They are not the same as the masses. Those are your controlling elites. They are just humans, but they're humans from the Lyra constellation. Look at the fucking picture, man. Look at the picture. I don't even know how many times. I don't even know if you guys are even going to look at evidence in your face and just accept it.
Who were originally from Lyra. So they had been through the Lyra desecration. They were a fierce human race and very advanced. The rest of the Federation didn't like these guys because they were troublesome.